Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning of the Dove. And this week we are talking about peace and the promise of peace. Mm, mm. I am not doing the introduction this morning that I would normally do because right now, right here, in our little space, in our little sanctuary created between you and I, we are at the point in a precipice where it is so important that we create the internal harmony within us and we create a world of peace outside of us. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've had many near death experiences. I've had many experiences that would make most peoples cower and never rise. And what I know about the dove, which represents the presence of the ineffable for me, it is the presence that spirit is always with me, that God is always with me. I know that in this time, we are creating an army of love. I had a friend who had a dream about the drums of Mordor. And this was last year when I was crafting the services that I was being guided to craft. And, I've been doing this work a long time. I've done this work as an intuitive, as a psychic, as a coach, as a leadership coach. And I've been asked to walk on this path as a minister. And she had this dream of the drums of Mordor. And I've had these visions of what is to come for a very long time. And it's here. And I've been known to say I've seen the beginning and I've seen the end. I've seen both. I've seen the end and then I've seen the beginning. And we're in the end. And I'm so grateful because let me tell you something. The drums of Mordor, the bad, the harmful, the haters, they rose seeking to destroy. And at the same time, the good, the loving presence was elevating. And there are some of us who are committed to peace and love, who are committed to moving the way of the Tao, who are committed to walking as Jesus walked, who are committed to living the promises of Allah, who are committed to allowing the feminine to claim her seat, not as a replacement, but as a divine balance. There are some of us who are committed to ensuring that divine balance and divine love is present for everyone, regardless of color, sexual orientation, socioeconomics. It doesn't matter. That we begin to move in communal harmony, working with each other, bridging divides, creating infrastructure and social networks that take care of the people, not the few. Not, I don't even know if it's the 1%. I think at this point there's a lot of noise that's being generated by those who can buy the networks. But if you hear this, I trust that you're an ally. If you hear this and you're triggered by me, I say good, good, good. Because I ask, what's inside of you that needs to be healed so you can come home to the power and the presence of love that's inside of you? That is the dove. That was the whole point of the story of Mary Magdalene seeing the dove. Lately, I've been having the knowings that it's coming again. And God was really clear with me that I'm supposed to stop doing intuitive readings and psychic work for other people. And that I'm only supposed to share when I'm told to share, which is fine. I always do. I've always lived a life of intuitive guidance. I just am more fervent about it today. And to spend the time using it as wisdom for myself. And I do. And to use my gift of sight and prophecy to speak when I'm told to speak. And today, in Morning of the Dove, I am told to speak. For her wisdom, she waits for you. And she's quiet. And she's patient. And she's loving. And she wants you nestled in her bosom. Now, the divine is not male or female. The divine is neutral. What I've seen in my places and spaces of near death, it's unimaginable, it's unexplainable. It's a feeling. And when I teach my classes and people are in them, they feel what I feel and they see what I see through experience, not through words, through frequency and through harmony. And if you know me, you know my actions match. So today is a call to the arms of those seeking to walk in love. And that's love of everybody. That is love for everybody. We all have a chance to come home to the power and presence of the divine. We do. And so today's Morning of the Dove is an opportunity to feel truth, universal truth with a capital T. It's delusional to think that this all-loving presence could be so hateful. No, no, honey, no, no. That's a non-truth. Because should you have truly seen it, you would not be speaking of harming somebody else's child. Because all life is precious. All life is precious. There is no distinction because a soul is a soul is a soul. And every soul is beautiful. And the question becomes, do you believe that? See, the Dalai Lama teaches to not even hurt the bugs because they too are living. We don't hurt the earth because she too is living. We don't hurt our neighbors because they too are living. So long as there is a heartbeat in red blood, we are to honor and value that life. That is a teaching of Jesus. The top two commandments: love God and love thy neighbor as thyself. So if you are harming your neighbor or denying them food or care or love, I'm sorry, how much do you feel about yourself inside? That must be lonely. and painful. Because when I feel the power and presence inside of me, which my basilica, my holy temple, my tabernacle, my church, it starts inside of me. When I am there, I can't but not love everyone and everything. And I mean everyone and everything, even those I cannot understand such hate. It breaks my heart. It makes me cry. It gives me anxiety when I wake up. And then I go into meditation and prayer, into my devotional work. And I remember that that place that I experienced in my accident and the months to come afterwards is available to everyone. And it is my role that I am honored to speak to help illuminate the way. And if one person takes my words and reaches a hand out to anyone in need today, and my challenge is anyone that you think is not worthy, that's my challenge to you. Reach out to your hand to the person you deem not worthy for whatever your reasons are, because that is living. That is the living spirit inside of you. It's easy to help the ones we relate to. It's almost impossible to help the ones we don't understand. So fly with the dove, fly with God's love, and let that be the truth of who you are. And move away from teachings in people who are preaching hate and divisiveness and separation and left outness. That's not God. That's man. That's not God. The truth is, it is all holy, every piece of it. And no one is left out or denied. The denial is in our own heart. There is no way you can love God and not love your neighbor. It's not possible. That duality is not possible in God's world. And God's world is a matter of perception and a matter of choice. It's what you allow to flow through your mind. And so today's morning of the dove, the challenge to you, if you're willing to take it on, you don't have to, is to reach out your hand to someone you deem unworthy. And trust me, I'm human. I have many people that I deem unworthy. And that is my challenge to myself as well. So I love you, beloveds. And may the love light your heart so furiously that it bursts out into the world. And we are the harbingers of peace and change, building the new world. Because I know I'm an architect of the new epoch. And I am committed to doing all that I can until I leave this beloved planet and this earth. Okay? I love you.